all weird shit's happening in Florida. Wicks, the don't say gay bill.
Right.
Disgusting weather.
Oh, damn, nasty, dirty.
Nasty, dirty, pack it up. Let's just like
Cancel Florida.
Let's Pangea them. Let's just cut them up and send them floating. Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to Sipper Spill. As always, I'm Lewis and I am joined, of course, by my amazing co-host, Tati Mitchell.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Tati, and we're back with another episode for y'all.
So we haven't gotten to catch up. I feel like you had a lot go on in the past 2 weeks. You were in PR. I saw it all over social media.
Mm-hmm.
You went skydiving.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about that because I am deathly afraid of skydiving.
I feel like everybody should try skydiving at least once in their life. You only get one life, so skydive. It's not that scary. Well, I lied. It is that scary. But it was so much fun. Like, I just love to have my adrenaline, like, pumping when I'm trying, like, new stuff. Because I'm a very adventurous person.
Yeah.
So I was like, I get to skydive for free. I don't got to pay for it, so I might as well just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I did it, I watched the Will Smith YouTube video, and he just gave me some confidence to just do it. So when I jumped off the plane, I was the first one to jump off. I think they put the people who are scared, like scared, they pushed them off first.
Probably because if you saw other people go, you'd be like, I'm not
Punk
going.
out. Yeah.
You punk out. Exactly.
Yeah. So the instructor was on my back, and then he was like, 3, 2. He didn't even say one. We just jumped out.
He lied to you.
I was like, oh. And then on the video, I have a video of me, and I was like, I jumped out. It was like, ah. And my braids were everywhere. It was hitting him in the face. And I was like, oh, I hope I didn't hurt this man. His glasses flew off. And then there was one guy who was in front of us. He didn't have nobody on his back. He just had the camera. He was filming us. My mouth was like, lashes. I couldn't see because my lashes are so long. I had the goggles on so nothing would get in my face. And then he pulled the parachute, and I was just free falling for 1 minute, and I was in the sky, like, maneuvering the parachute and just looking at the beautiful islands. There was an island in Puerto Rico called Monkey Island where they test, like, monkeys. I don't know what they test them with. I don't know what's going on in Monkey Island. We should have stopped by and see and saw. But, yeah, once I landed, I was like, thank you, God, I did this.
Yeah. Well, you just said you only have one life to live, so live it. I'm like, I only have one life to live. I don't want to, give it up by jumping out of a plane. Like, I made a video one time, and I was just like, things I don't understand in the world are people who enjoy to fling themselves out of an airplane. I watched the roast, the Bryce Hall Roast.
Oh.
Did you watch it?
It was playing in the background when I was doing my makeup, but I was too focused on the face beat.
You didn't, honestly, good use of your time because I hated it. I hated the roast. I think it was, I've grown up watching Comedy Central roast, like Justin Bieber, Donald Trump, Roseanne, all of them. And they're funny because these people are actually comedians. You take 5 YouTubers or random people and you try to get them to roast a friend. It's boring, and it's like an inside joke that we're not a part of.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't find it funny. I feel like they were adding in laugh tracks to the video to be like, oh my God, everybody in there was laughing. I'm like, no one was laughing.
No one was dying laughing.
You're cutting to the screen and no one is laughing. They kept cutting to this one girl who was like dying, like throwing her head back, and I'm like, girl, it was not that funny. I was like, you're the only one laughing.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I don't know how I feel about. Maybe it's because I don't know how I feel about them.
Yeah.
As like influencers, but it wasn't good. It was like
they should have had some actual like people who didn't know them come on.
Yep.
Like some actual like comedians to actually roast them. Because if they some other comedians came on, they actually roasted them down, they would be like leaving in tears.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like most of like the roasts on Comedy Central, it's like they're well-known comedians. They may not have like a direct tie to the person. Like I think it was like Martha Stewart was on Justin Bieber's panel. It's like 2 just really odd groups of people, but like they had jokes for each other that were hysterical. Meanwhile, you have Bryce Hall's like best friends, ex-girlfriends, current girl, whoever she is, Josie Canseco, like a famous baseball player's daughter, whatever. Like they were just really like, let's get all of our friends and make some money. Like, it wasn't like, let's entertain people. And it was raunchy, but like not funny raunchy. It was just disgusting.
Yeah.
Where they were just talking about their sexual experiences with each other.
Yeah, no, I heard that. I was like, okay.
Like, I don't care. Like, you can make sexual jokes to a point where it's like funny, but it's like, okay, we get it. It's the same joke over and over again. Just, you're rotating each person.
Yeah.
They kept making jokes about Jeff Wittick, who was David Dobrik's, like, one of his best friends, got hit with that thing. He smashed his face. They just, every joke was about him and not him being able to see or whatever. I'm like, damn. Like,
That's
he
messed
really
up.
is traumatized. Like, I don't know. I think it could have been better.
Yeah.
Better writing, better panel. So I think it's just for money.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like their little SeatGeek promo. Like, they're
what
like,
is SeatGeek?
I don't know. I don't even want to talk about them because they don't pay us.
I know,
They
right?
don't pay us.
They don't.
They pay for these crappy roasts. Like,
yeah.
so I think it's just an app. It's almost like Ticketmaster, but
oh, okay.
They I know promoted and like paid for a lot of like the OG YouTubers kind of stuff. They were like big on their brand deal things. And when they said they were back, I guess it's because like YouTubers just like took a little step back because of TikTok.
We need a brand deal from SeatGeek.
Yeah, we do. We're sitting on a seat.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, they could give us some stuff. SeatGeek, if you're watching, come on.
Hit us up.
Hit us up. And with Jeff Wittick's set, so it was completely removed from the YouTube 30-minute show that was on Jason Nash's YouTube page. But he was supposed to be in some of it, so SeatGeek obviously is like heavily overseeing the video because they're sponsoring it.
Yeah.
And as you saw, like a lot of people had like weird cuts in their sets because maybe they weren't funny or the jokes weren't good. So apparently half of his set was cut by SeatGeek because it may or may not have included a lot of jokes with David. And obviously David and SeatGeek have worked together often. Jeff probably was really savage with everything going on with him and David.
Yeah.
So instead of just being like, okay, air half my set, he was like, let's just remove it all. And after that, it was a huge back and forth between him and David. David posted a response video. Screenshots were posted.
Really?
Jeff posted like a video responding. And now he's like threatening to take him to court.
Wow.
I think the theme of the panel too, of the roast, was like, they're all clout chasers.
Yeah.
Almost like then, okay, so what is this? Are you guys actually going to go to court? Are you all clout chasers? Are you just trying to get like, I don't know, another storyline to your YouTube channels to get more views?
Yeah.
That ad money, they get so much money off of that.
Yeah, like handle this offline. Like if you take him to court.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm looking at like how, like 10K views on YouTube on a video with ads can get you so much money. They get millions on these things. And I'm like, they're just milking it and setting themselves up, and we're feeding into it.
Yeah.
So I just think, handle it offline. If you're going to go to court, go to court. If you're going to make jokes that aren't aired, you should have just let the other ones air too. Because now you look like I don't know, kind of looks like a baby to me a little bit, where he's just like, man, you're going to air on my stuff. They didn't air half of Jonah's stuff because he wasn't funny.
At all. Oh. Sorry.
He wasn't funny.
The jokes.
They had to add in laugh tracks.
The jokes wasn't hidden. Like none of the jokes are hidden.
No, and if you're gonna do a roast, do it right.
I'm trying to figure out what did I chuckle at.
I chuckled at Adam W. And he was the first one. He was actually like, they're making fun of him because he's like an Instagram comedian. And they're like, how are you an Instagram comedian? I'm like, but at least his jokes were funny. And the room actually sounded like it was laughing when he went, and then he was done. He had like maybe a few jokes.
Yeah.
They probably cut some of his too. So the rest of them just weren't funny. They were like, these are my friends. I'm going to say things that I know about them.
Yeah. And there was a lot of like, what kind of jokes were these? Like a lot of fat jokes?
Fat jokes, gay jokes, just like derogatory in general, sexual. They were like making fun of like Noah Beck, Bryce Hall, and like Josh Richards' relationship, saying like they're all gay. And I'm just like, I'm like, why is that funny? I'm like, what if they are? Like, you never know.
Right.
And also just like, I don't know. I'm not, it was like in poor taste. But also, what do you expect from YouTubers who are now friends with TikTokers and they're meshing, and they're like kind of like reaching for things now. I don't know.
Just saying anything at this point.
Yeah, say whatever they can to make money. I hate that. I want to talk about Jake Paul right now because
I don't know much about Jake Paul and what happens in his life, so you need to tell me.
Well, the Paul brothers, I just in general I don't fancy is the best way I could put it. Like I just don't care to watch them, care to do anything, but he was dating this girl, Julia Rose. So they were together. he had during like the boxing and all that stuff where they were like going into boxing fights, she had put Paul in her last name. Like, he thought, I was like, oh, they're in love. But in reality, they just broke up. She removed Paul from her name. He tweeted like, Alexa, play "I'm Single" by Jake Paul. Like,
How that song go?
I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even know it was a song. Like, I bet Alexa doesn't even know it. Alexa's like, sorry, repeat. I don't know what you just said. But then he put like after he posted that on Twitter, he now has like a new girlfriend. Already. And apparently Jake Paul and this new girl named Sky Bree in the quick turnaround, which he's no stranger to quick turnarounds.
Yeah.
Married Tana very fast. Dated this girl, broke up with her, and now him and Sky Bree got like matching tattoos.
That fast?
Like,
that's crazy.
I would never. I mean, I'm not shocked about him because he's like nuts. His brother's nuts. So like, fine, adds up, checks out. Like, go ahead, do what you want to do. But like, I just feel like in the grand scheme of it all, what is this girl thinking? Like, you've seen his track record with Tana, with Julia Rose, and now you're next, and he has a tattoo of you.
She's with him for the clout and for the bag.
I hope that tattoo's fake. I hope she went and was like, fake ink, please. Don't let it be real, or like let it fade.
What did they get a tattoo of?
I think it's of each other's names.
Full names?
Pretty sure. Full names.
Oh, wow.
Right. Yeah.
That's crazy. Would you ever get your boo tattooed on you?
No. See, I was like big into tattoos where I was going to get some. I had like them designed. I was like, yeah, ready to go. And I just know me. And if I see a tattoo on me, I personally would be like, I would get sick of it. So I just am against tattoos in general, but definitely not a name. Not even like my own last name. Like, my brothers wanted to do something like cute like that, and like I loved it, but I was like, personally, I just don't want that.
Yeah. I would get a matching tattoo with my friends or my significant other, but I wouldn't put their name on me.
Yeah, because God forbid.
If we break up, then I'm going to have to either get it removed, which is going to hurt, or I'm going to get it covered, which is going to hurt too, because tattoos are painful.
Does your mom live in Michigan still?
Yeah, she does.
Does she plan on staying there?
Forever?
Yeah. Really? Interesting. So, because my parents are in New York still, they've talked about moving, and one of the places that they had talked about a lot was Florida. I will tell them, and I will say to them, absolutely not. Like, I do not want them there. I think, for those who don't know, there's a lot of shit going there, and a lot of shit going on there with the new Don't Say Gay bill.
That's crazy.
Yeah. For those who don't know, it basically just limits the ability for teachers to talk about sexual orientation or sexual identity in classrooms, among a ton of other things that are just really, in my opinion, anti-gay, anti-LGBTQ, and I'm disgusted. And basically one of the other things with this is that if a student, like, I know I was really close with a lot of my teachers, I trusted them with a lot of things. Now, if in certain schools that are, you know, following this, if a student were to come out to their teacher and be like, hey, like, this is my sexual orientation, that teacher is now obligated to tell that person's parents, that student's parents, basically outing them to their parents. And personally, it's like, because I just came out back in November, and that's like a huge moment. And
that is.
You do it, like, I learned, obviously, it was like, I said it was the hardest, easiest thing I ever had to do. I think that's how it was. Like, it was so hard leading up to it, but then when I did it, it was so easy. You felt
a relief.
Yes, because you trusted someone, and like, as you slowly did it, like, I slowly told people, and I was like, you know, this is really good. I feel good about myself, like, and my sexual orientation. And then when I was comfortable, I told everybody. This kind of like takes that away from any privacy, you know, any like easing into it kind of thing for young students. And I think like that could be traumatizing. Very traumatizing. And it could ruin someone's life. Yeah, imagine a child confiding into their teacher because they can't tell their parents, and then the teacher turns their back on them. That's so like wrong. And I think you don't know the values or the beliefs of the family. Like, God forbid they're so against it, and like the student, they hurt the child. They could hurt the child mentally, physically, just like, or kick them out. And like, they could just do such awful things. I'm very, very upset. I know it's like on the way to being passed because there's so many people that support it. Yeah, Florida has never been a good place. I've made videos about it. Florida is a shithole. Anti-maskers. Anti-maskers, just terrible. Terrible people. The weather there isn't even that good. If you want hot weather, just come to California because it's not damp here. At least, you know, it's like muggy, gross, and they're just shitty.
Yeah.
So I really hope, there's like a light at the end of the tunnel where this doesn't get passed fully or whatever. And with this entire bill going on, it's been all over social media. A lot of celebrities have spoken out about it. I know like Shawn Mendes, who first of all is always under attack because people are questioning his sexuality, which is wrong. He spoke out about it against it, obviously. And JoJo Siwa has actually been, doing stuff not directly with the bill, but a fan had tweeted something about one of her concerts like, I'm going to your concert, you better not talk about being gay at it.
Like, who are you to tell her what she needs to do at her concert?
Exactly. Like, you're buying tickets. Like I get that you bought the ticket, but like, she's going to do what she needs to do. The set's already planned, and she is who she is. It's like, you're telling her not to talk about herself? Like you paid to see her. You paid to watch her do her thing. That's her thing, is being her. And basically, JoJo just like called them out and was like, I know one of you here tweeted at me to not talk about being gay, so I'm not going to. And instead, she whipped out this like big rainbow flag with her face
JoJo.
on it. And she was like, she didn't talk about it. She showed it. She was like, here.
I love JoJo so much. I love how she's just herself. Like, and she inspires so many young kids, and like she's a great role model. My little sister absolutely loves JoJo. My little sister won the JoJo Halloween competition, and people thought that I cheated. Like, she cheated because I had my platform. And I was like, girl, no, I did not cheat. My little sister ate it up because my mom recorded her, but she didn't know like it was a competition going on. So I duetted the video, and I said, please, y'all, my little sister looks so cute. Let her win. She loves JoJo.
That's not cheating.
She won.
That's doing. I would do with my platform whatever I could to help my family win something, whatever. And like, that's not cheating. That's using your tools. Like, but no, JoJo is amazing. She is like also like, I guess like the queen of the clap back now. Like, she's like, I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, she do be clapping back.
Yeah, she's like, I'm ready to fight. Like, whatever. I think the internet is so, with just all this stuff going on, like people are showing their true colors. Yeah. I know too, like I've been posting more like relationship stuff because like now I'm in one, and first of all, yes, that might piss some people off, but people are like, is your whole personality now being in the LGBTQ community? I'm like,
what?
I'm like, what the is wrong
These
with
comments
you?
are getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I think people are just unhinged generally, but they always just look for something to be mad at. Like, you're going to a concert to enjoy yourself, and here you are going to attack the person. Right. Thinking that you probably wouldn't find it. And you said people were leaving the concert too. Yeah. I remember you mentioned that before. Parents
were leaving with their children like, like, no, educate your child on this.
Yeah, and also it was in South Carolina, so I mean, are we surprised? We were saying it has South in the name, like it's getting down there close to Florida. Yeah, so they might carry some of the same values. I just think people need to be more open-minded. Yeah, stop. I don't know, just stop poisoning your children. Like, let them learn, let them do whatever. Like, I know too that Bill was saying like, you can't teach about certain things in like health class. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's how people get sick or people die or get diseases. Like, let's not be stupid. Let's use our brains and let's figure this all out.
Educate your children, people.
Educate your parents too.
Educate your parents
Educate
too. Because
everybody.
Our parents grew up in a different time. Like, they don't even understand like what's going on now with anything. Like, I educate my mom a lot. She understands. I try to educate like all my family, so that they need to know like this is a different generation. This isn't the 80s, baby.
Yeah, and you're also like my joke sometimes like, you're dying out. Like, you're gonna be gone soon.
You
like
are. There
are more of us.
We're the new generation. So come on, get with the program.
Get with it. With all this going on too, it makes me realize just like no matter where you are, things are so different. Like, like it's like an alternate world if you're like in a different state or whatever. So before I moved to California in like September, I had visited friends in Tampa, Florida. And just something about the vibe there is very different. Yeah. It's very like conservative. And I never realized it until I lived in, a few different places where I was like, oh yeah, like in LA, you can literally wherever you go, wear whatever
you can
the
wear
hell you
whatever you want.
Like, people wear just like anything and you're like, oh no, that looks good. Like, that's normal. People do the same thing in New York or Florida. People are like, oh, what's that? Yeah. Two of my friends, they do drag and they're very successful. The Coyle twins. Yeah. They live by me in New York. Like our hometowns are the same, like very close. And they did videos where it was like, oh, dressing in drag in our conservative, like straight white town. And I was like, oh my God, like I could imagine my parents driving down the street and being like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
But like me driving down now, and be like, oh my god, they look great. Like,
Yes.
I think it's so crazy just to see that trade off.
Yeah.
I don't know, Michigan. I've never been
Michigan-
to Michigan.
I don't even is Michigan considered like conservative? I don't know. I honestly don't know because the part that I lived in, I feel like, yeah, I got looks, but like it wasn't like I just wear whatever, like sweatpants, my bonnet on. They'll look at me. I'm like,
maybe it's just the people.
Yeah, it's just the people that are just rude.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't know if it's conservative or not.
Well, speaking of conservative, we have not like heard from this man in a while, but
Who?
Donald Trump.
The orange man?
The orange. Wow, the perfect placement. I just feel like I've been very curious as to what he's been up to, and apparently he was just on the Nelk Boys podcast. Nelk Boys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who they are, but he went on there speaking some surprise nonsense.
What is he even talking? What are you talking about, Trump? You're banned on everything.
Like you're done.
What could you possibly have to say?
I know he was saying stuff about like still about like fraud and like how he should still be president.
No, he said that he is the president.
Oh, he said
still.
he is the president.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that he is, first of all, off his rocker.
I don't know.
I also think there's like this big 3D printer somewhere printing out like a fake White House for him. So he's like, once it's done, I'll be president again. And he's gonna have it like on his little golf courses somewhere and be like, no, it's the White House.
Yeah.
And he's gonna like try and like overthrow. And people will be like, okay, go play golf. You can go do that.
Trump is I don't even understand what's going on. Like, how did these boys get in contact with him, first of all?
And why?
Like,
I guess like while we're talking about it, so that's probably why. But, like, what has he been up to? Like, I really just picture him sitting like on his golf course playing Candy Crush.
Not Candy Crush.
Like he's on like level like whatever the highest level is because he has nothing else to do.
Yeah.
He's like, when are you guys gonna come out with new levels? And they're like, none for you. You're
Like-
banned off Candy Crush now.
Oh, not bad.
Like no more levels for Donald Trump.
Oh my gosh, I think it's because he a Gemini.
Probably. I'm a Gemini moon, so like I can see where like I don't have Donald Trump-isms at all.
delusional.
He's delusional. I don't think I'm delusional, but
It's okay to be
I'm
delusional
positive.
sometimes, but not like he's like actually like.
There's positive delusion and there's negative delusion.
Yeah.
Where, like you're like positively just like not like aware of what's going on, but then there can be negative delusion where it's like Donald Trump, where he's like, no, I'm still the president. You're like, that's not how the world
You're
works.
not the president. Like, give it up.
It's like a kid
the
throwing a
fraud,
tantrum.
like he's talking about fraud and all that. I'm like my brain is about to explode just thinking about it.
I just, I hope he's doing well. I hope the toupee stays on his head. He might come for us next. Like, I don't know.
I eat Donald Trump.
We could eat him up
Yeah.
for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And dessert. Hello.
All right, Tati, enough tea for today. As always, we like to finish with a little game. We like to have
Love
some
the games.
fun. I love a good game. It's just, it makes my day. We're going to play something we haven't played before. We're going to do Smash, Marry, Kill.
Uh-oh.
You're familiar. I give you 3 names. You pick, you smash, marry, kill.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Give me some good ones now.
Okay, you asked for it. So your first one is going to be, would you smash, marry, kill James Charles, David Dobrik, Jake Paul?
Okay. So I'm marrying Jake Paul because he got money. And he married people quick anyways. You know, we talked about it.
Yeah.
I'm killing James.
I would too.
Sorry. And I don't know if I was. I have to smash David Dobrik.
I guess, yeah, you would have to.
That's my last option.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I thought you would marry David because I feel like David probably has money too.
Jake Paul is richer than David Dobrik.
Oh, I mean, okay, fine. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. So.
I mean,
Hey,
do what you will.
What you got to do? Sign a prenup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so you can get all the money.
No, you sign a prenup so you don't get the money.
Oh no, I'm not signing it in. I
Then
need
he's
the
probably
money.
not gonna marry you. He'll make you sign a prenup.
I don't know. I can finesse him into like getting me out of signing it.
Yeah, you'll like swindle him. A little
Yeah,
bit.
I'll swindle him. Tender swindler. Okay, I got something for you too.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Let's go hard. I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, these are good. Okay. Would you smash, marry, kill Joe Jonas, Lance Bass, and Clayton from The Bachelor?
Huh. It's a hard one. Damn. I would marry Joe Jonas.
Okay.
I think, okay. I would smash Clayton from The Bachelor,
Okay.
and then I would kill Lance Bass.
Why?
Mainly because, so I was just, I was out last weekend at a bunch of like the bars in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
And he didn't do anything to me, but it was just like the vibe I was getting. I was standing at this table where there was like a ton of alcohol. And I look over, I'm like, oh, that person looks famous or whatever. And I look away. My friend goes, you don't know who that is? And I'm like, no, who is it? And they're like, that's Lance Bass from NSYNC. And I'm like, oh, interesting. And like his friends were just like weird. And like I think we're
Really?
assuming that we were trying to take their alcohol. And I was like, well, I'm not drinking because I'm on Whole30.
Right. Tell him.
I didn't say anything to him. I had no care in the world. And I was like, oh, interesting. Why is he here? And they're like, he owns this bar.
What
I was like,
bar?
Heart in WeHo. It has like the big sign that literally lights up and says Heart. And then Rocco's. He owns Rocco's
He
too.
owns Rocco's?
Yes. So I was baffled. I'm like, first of all, the reason I'm killing him is because Rocco's always smells like vomit. And I'm like, you need to get that place cleaned
Rocco's
up.
do be sneaky.
Like, let's get our businesses in order.
Yeah.
Dead. Killed.
Okay, period.
So,
he
yeah.
gave his
And
explanations.
I'm marrying Joe Jonas because, one, good-looking dude.
Yeah, he's so handsome.
Great family. And yeah, I would love to go to free concerts all the time.
I've been had a crush on Joe Jonas since Camp Rock. Since
Camp Rock.
Wait, but why don't nobody like the other brother?
Oh, Kevin or Nick?
No, Joe Jonas and Nick are the cuties. The other
Kevin.
one.
I don't think people don't like him. I think Kevin just kind of like.
He's not the top choice.
I remember watching like a documentary too, like of them, and Nick and Joe were just like to Kevin, like you kind of like went off and like did your own things, like we did our own thing. Like they kept pursuing music, whereas he like pursued a relationship and a family.
Oh.
So it was like, yeah, I think there's a very niche group of people that like Kevin.
Really?
Not like him, like he's a great musical, performer. I think in terms of his looks and like wanting to like be in love with him, I think there's a very niche group of people that Kevin stands. Yeah.
Where are those people at?
I don't know. I'm not one of them. So,
Me neither.
sorry, Kevin. This has been another amazing episode of Sip or Spill. As always, you can follow us on Spotify for full episodes, and you can subscribe to the Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel. Click the bell. It'll notify you when we post, so you can tune in every single Friday. And you can follow me on all socials at Louis Levanti.
And follow me on all socials at The Real Tati.
And until next time, see you later.
See you later, alligator.
Ciao.